Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be how to Dutch braid, French braid, box braid, cornrow, whatever you want to call it, pigtail braids in your hair using extensions. We all know this look is super popular at the moment, so you guys have been terrorizing me to give you this video, but with just using extensions if you know you're like me and you have shorter hair and you don't have super long hair but you want super long braids. Something about really long braids I've always liked, but I like them to be like really thin at the bottom. I don't like when they're like super thick. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. I'm not the best braider. I do braid my hair pretty often now. It's a great just no heat style, and if you're trying to grow your hair, it's a great way to just, you know, keep your hair out of your face without having to put a lot of heat on it or anything like that. So my hair is just, it's just looking like this today. Not cute. It hasn't been blow dried, it's just kind of been air dried. So this is what it looks like when it air dries. So a few things that you're going to need. You're going to need a little rat tail comb just to kind of divide your hair. I just find that it makes it easier by using this to part your hair than just using your fingers. You're also going to need little baby elastics. Do not tie your pigtail braids with regular hair ties. It's like tying it at the end with a scrunchie. You don't want to do that. So get these little guys. They have, this one has 150 in it, so they'll last you a pretty long time. And then you might also need some hairspray, and then if you have baby hairs like I do, you're gonna need some kind of like little brush to smooth them down because my baby hairs go everywhere. And of course, you're going to need some hair extensions. I'm using Bellamy hair extensions. These are just 20-inch hair extensions. I do usually like to use a longer extension, but these are the only ones that I could find at the moment without digging through my archive of hair extensions. So this is what we're gonna use today. This is in the color number 4, which is chocolate brown. Pretty same color. I mean, you could braid in any color extension that you wanted. If you wanted to use a blonde piece, you could do that because it's gonna be hiding in your hair anyways. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna brush through all of our hair so that it's not knotty, because the less knotty your hair is, the easier it is to braid your hair because it's not gonna get like tangled or anything like that. Make sure it's nice and smooth, no knots. And then what you wanna do is you want to just part your hair down the middle or wherever, you know, you want your braids to be. If you wanna off center it, that's fine. I just like to do mine basically down the middle. Like, I don't really care if things aren't even, because you know I like messy hair, so I don't really care if this part is perfectly straight or not, but we're gonna try to get it. Mine is never perfectly straight in the back, but like I said, that doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, make sure yours is straight. So then how you're gonna wanna clip in your extensions is you're gonna wanna clip them in going downwards like this so that they're not hanging out in the back of your hair, which is super important if you are going to be wearing hair extensions and braiding your hair. So what I like to do is just start right here about the front of my hair and then kind of do like a half moon, like I'm going down and lifting the hair up. All the way to the back. Like that. And then I like to use the 3-prong clips, just I find that it's like a good size to do this with. And then you want to start here. I like to give it a little spin so it has like a anchor to lock into, and then you're just going to clip it in as you would normally. You're just going to follow going down. And then you can drop your hair over it. And then you just want to make sure wherever your part is, that your extension isn't close to that when you're braiding. You can move the extension around after your hair is braided, because that's what I usually do. Like sometimes if I can feel the extension like hanging out, I can just kind of re-clip it and position it, which if it is hanging out at the end of this video, I'll show you how to do that. But let's go ahead and get started. So if you don't know how to Dutch braid, a Dutch braid is basically just a French braid that's up on top of your head. So you have like more texture. A French braid is just kind of an inverted braid, so you're not gonna have like the thicker braid up top. I don't really like French braids. I like more of a Dutch braid where it's like up at the top of your hair. It's basically the same thing. When you want a Dutch braid, you're gonna bring all the hair underneath each other, and for French braiding, you're gonna cross all the hair on top of each other. So I will show you, obviously, and it's really easy to do. If I can do it, I promise that you can do it. I taught myself how to braid, so if I can do it, you can do it. It just takes a little bit of practice. When I start my braid, I just like to take a piece of hair, like a thin piece of hair closest to the root or closest to our part. So I usually take a section about this big, give or take, and then we're gonna divide this into 3 sections. Now, forewarning, your arms will get tired. Mine are tired already because I already messed up this braid once and had to start it over. So if you do mess up, don't get frustrated, just start over. I taught myself how to braid. All you need is a little bit of practice. If you really want to braid your hair, you can totally braid your hair. Just believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it, and you can. What you're gonna do is you're gonna divide this into 3 sections. So you have your front, your middle, and your back piece. So basically all that you're gonna do to start is you're gonna take your front piece, cross it underneath your middle piece, and then take your back piece and cross that underneath the middle piece. And then I like to do this 2 times to just get my braid going. And I try to keep everything pulled really tight. Ugh, my arm hurts. And then I like to keep everything pulled really tight, and then I'll loosen the braid after the braid is completed. Just when you're braiding your hair tighter, I feel like you just get a much better looking braid. And then all you're gonna wanna do is take your front piece now, grab a little bit of extra hair and add that to that, and then bring that right underneath your middle piece again. And then grab your back piece, which is in our backhand back here, hello. And then you're just gonna pick up a little bit more hair, add that to your back piece, and cross that over, not over, underneath your middle section. And then we're basically just gonna keep doing the same thing. So we're gonna grab our front piece, add a little more hair to it, and then put that underneath our middle section. And then again, our back piece, we're just gonna add a little bit more hair to it, and then put that underneath our middle section. And again, I'm just pulling really tight, trying to keep it super tight. Front piece, grab a little bit of hair, add that underneath. Grab the back section, grab a little bit of hair, add that underneath, cross it underneath, I mean. And then front section, we're gonna grab a little bit of hair, cross that under. Remember, try to keep it tight. Your hands will get tired, I promise you that. Just really a repetitive process. And then once like you kind of get comfortable braiding your hair, I swear it's just like your hands know what to do. Like they know how to grab the hair, they know where to go. It's weird. So we're still trying to keep it tight. Grab some more hair. Put that under. I've never braided my hair sitting down, so I'm having a little struggle fest over here, but we'll get it. And then once you don't have any more hair to add, it just turns into a regular braid, but still try to keep it as tight as you can as you're braiding this part. And then I'll show you how to thicken up your braid, but I'm still just trying to keep it as tight as I can. And if you put your finger like behind your braid as you're braiding, it really helps to keep it tight. Braid this till we can't braid no more. Don't blame me. So you're gonna take a little elastic and then tie your braid off when you feel like you really can't braid anymore, and I feel like I can't braid anymore. I like when it gets like really small at the end. What I'll do is if I have extra room here at the bottom is I'll just move my elastic down so it gives me room to loosen up my braid, and then I'll come here and start pulling this so that it just looks like we have more hair than we actually do. Thicken this up, just be careful. Thicken all this part all the way up. I like my braid to kind of be like attached to my head here, but I kind of struggle to braid it tight to this part of my head right here. So I'll just take a bobby pin and kind of maneuver it in there to where it'll hold it to my head so that it's closer and it's not like bulging out, you know? And then hopefully our extension is completely hidden. I can't really see back there, but I can feel it and it feels pretty hidden in the braid. So that's how you hide it in there. You just have to position your extension before you braid your hair so that it's sideways and no one's gonna be able to tell that you have a hair extension in. I tell people all the time, they're like, oh my God, your hair got so long when they see me in braids. I'm like, I have a hair in. They're like, how? I'm like, it's hidden. My baby hairs are so wild and crazy. I need to be tamed. Just keep braiding. And then this is the difference of my braid being pinned to my head and then my braid not being pinned to my head. Because like I said, I just have a little bit of difficulty still braiding this close to my head right here. Still practicing, still working, so I just have to pin it. Because I just like how this side looks more when it's just a little bit closer to your head than like sticking like away from your head. Dig a bobby pin in there and it should just give it that illusion of being pinned to your head. Well, I guess it really is pinned to your head, so. And when I put my bobby pins in to pin it to my head, I'm taking the bobby pin like this and sliding it upwards so the bobby pin is like laying flat against my head like this. Voila! So I'm sure that it's a little crooked back here because it usually is, but the point is that you don't see the extensions in my hair because they are hidden basically underneath the braid. The extension is kind of like in this area. So it's all about the position of your hair extension that will help you disguise it in your hair. So then what I like to do is just take some hairspray and kind of tame the flyaways. Even though I have a ton today because like I said, I didn't blow dry or do anything to my hair basically. So now we're gonna try to tame these baby hairs down because my baby hairs just kind of do whatever they want. Most of the time they're like stuck up in this direction. So we're gonna tame these. I take a brush like this. This is a Sephora brush. It's meant to cleanse your face with, but I think it's perfect for these little baby hair sections. So as you can see, mine has makeup all over it. So what I like to do is just take some hairspray and spray it directly onto the brush and then go in and tame the babies. That way it just doesn't, you know, it looks a little cleaner. Like you tried a little bit, you know. Get this side down. So that is how I braid my hair with extensions. I hope you guys try it out and get them summer braids right, girl, because you know everybody's gonna have their hair like this summer, right? You know it. Looks like I don't have a top on because it's just laying right over my straps. I hope that you guys could see it well. I hope that it was like easy for you to follow. Just keep this in mind. Like, don't even think about watching my video. Just you have your 3 sections of hair. Every single piece is gonna go under the middle piece. Remember, under, under, under. You're putting the hair under. So if you're starting with your front piece, you're gonna go under that middle section. The back piece, under that middle section. You got your front piece, add a little bit of hair, throw that right under your middle section. And like I said, practice makes perfect, so just keep practicing and I promise that you will be able to braid your hair. Like, that is a pinky promise. You can do it. If I can braid my hair, you can braid your hair. And if you are having a little bit of trouble when you're braiding your hair, maybe try not looking in a mirror. I don't know why, but sometimes when I can't like get my braid good, if I don't look in the mirror, it just happens. So it's like your hands end up knowing what to do. So trust your hands and trust that you can do it. I promise that you can braid your hair. And now you know how to put extensions in to make them seem longer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't think I have anything else to tell you guys except I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.